Number Sooner. Let's go, Oklahoma. You start November off with a spooky victory. I mean, Tennessee had all the aura in the world. Let me tell you, that intro from the Vols was absolutely nasty. So we start off here with a run to the left side. We'll talk quite a bit about the X-Man throughout this game. This is not a good block by Kanak. It's a worse block right here by Sategna. And to start off, this Tennessee defense was the more physical unit. All right, we get to Kurt Warner's favorite play. If you really want to know ball, go follow Kurt on Twitter, okay? Just curl flat combos to both sides, okay? So you have a curl flat here, curl route flat, and then you have curl flat, okay? Really, really, really boring play, but you got to be able to complete it, and boom, you had Gibson right here for a nice game. Big one here for the Sooners, and obviously this is probably the best part of your offense, the John Mateer scramble game. So you had the fake little screen to the outside. Is there anything else that's going to open up? You're not supposed to throw this to Kanak with the safety right here. You can see Mateer thought about it, does a good job eating it, and then just feeling out this space. So we just want to take these yards right here, and he's able to make 42 miss, who in his own right is a really good player and will probably get drafted pretty high. So now Mateer is off to the races, and you get a really good. I think this is going to be pretty key for Oklahoma, considering you do have the Daisy Duke field goal kicker. Look, if you're in this kind of middle range where you're in plus territory and not quite in field goal range, these pitches and catches are really, really, really big. That completion right there is basically a 3-point completion. So if you're John Mateer, you need to be very, very, very careful of getting tunnel vision on Isaiah Sategna. So right here, Tennessee runs something, to my knowledge, called NTT, which stands for non-traditional Tampa, right? Where it looks as if this is single high, but this turns basically into cover 2 with the Tampa linebacker to the deep third, right? You can get into, is it really cover 3 if there's a guy in the deep third? Whatever. The truth is, the coverage does change, but Mateer likes this slot wide receiver basically in a man assignment versus this player, okay? So you can see the footwork right here by Mateer. He gets over here to give himself a better angle, but when you do this and you have to then reset your feet and then throw the football, you can be late, and this can get undercut, and guess what? You're cooked. Okay, now Sategna does eventually catch this guy in a foot race, or Mateer does, but, you don't just need to make this throw, right? It needs to be perfect. Now, you notice there's other things open on this 3rd and 3, okay? You start off looking to the right, your protection is really good, and boom, Kanak is right here for a nice completion. Or you could just roll out and just take these yards on your with yourself in the scramble game. So good throw, good catch, but you need to be careful. Now, if you want to take advantage of man assignments with Sategna, this is one of those instances, right? If you're running the out, the guy that you really have to be worried about is a corner poaching this off. But you can see he's backed up. This is an easy read for John Mateer. We want to get that football out as quickly as we can. You do eventually get it to Sategna, but this whole process could be quicker, where you get it out a little bit quicker and you give him a little bit more time to make something happen after the catch. Really bad quarterback play right here by John Mateer. It's 3rd and 10. You're going up against a good pass rush. It's loud as well, and you have a 6-point lead. It's okay if you throw this behind the sticks, okay? The protection's really good, and the answer is, if we have a shallow drag right here and the corner is in a mag call, which is man everywhere he goes, guess what? If we throw this, this could get the job done, okay? Because once this guy blitzes, all you have to do is read this mic, right? If the mic stays in the middle, guess what? We're throwing this into the flat to the running back. So Mateer has plenty of time to get to this, okay? But he gets happy feet in the pocket. Now it really is late, and he just basically runs into this sack. Okay, there was a huge pileup in the middle right there, but man, if you're Tennessee, you are sick here. You get really good pressure off the right side, which is obviously the Oklahoma offense's left. Honestly, left tackle gets beat really badly. And what's funny here is Oklahoma is running basically, let's see, what are they doing? They're running just stops right into this coverage here, which basically, if any of these get thrown, they're getting stopped short. Even if you throw this here, ugh. So on this 3rd and jinx here, John Mateer is able to get the mother freaking job done. Wow. 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 I still can't believe he was able to pick up all 20, or what was it, 16? It's so late. I'm doing this at like 3 in the morning. But Mateer is able to get it done. 3rd and 3. I am always going to be sympathetic of offensive tackles on the road in 5-man protection going up against a good group of defensive ends, right? Because it's so hard to hear, hard to feel things out. And you also don't want to give up that false start penalty that knocks you out of field goal range, which, for Oklahoma's kicker, it's not out of field goal range, but knocks you out of an advantageous 3rd and short. So, yes, right tackle gets beat really badly. Doesn't matter. Mateer is able to find Burks for a 1st down. Pitch and catch stuff. All right, we get a counter GY, which ends up being an X-Man fumble. I like him a lot. The funny thing about it, he took 60 of the 66 running back snaps in this game. They really didn't play Blaylock at all. All right, so you could see that pretty much every Tennessee blocker here just gets folded, right? The offensive linemen are getting folded. The receiver blocking down gets absolutely folded on this play. And what happens? Well, Xavier finds a way to make it work, okay? The only problem here is at the end, he fumbles. Ball gets punched out, and now it is pure chaos in Knox City. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, play calling is all about sequencing, okay? The play designs himself. This looks like this is a very exotic design, but you saw this earlier where vertical here, quick out, okay? So this time, and it's funny because Isaiah Sategna went to Arkansas, this route combination is what cost Arkansas the game versus Auburn. Auburn was able to adjust, and they were able to get a pick 6 off of it. This time, though, instead of running the quick out where the corner is sitting there, it's an out and up behind this vertical. It is really, really, really sexy design, and now the corner's beat. Corner knows he has to run with that man because the vertical or the deep safety is going to get taken up by that vertical route. It's a really, really, really good play right there, and now you're deep into Tennessee territory. And you can make a case that Mateer is the best in the SEC at these red zone QB keeper types. That's a good block by 70 to get the play side DT out the club. And guess what? Mateer is able to take care of business right here. Really, really, really good stuff. Zone blocking play to the right, and this is just really well read out right here by Xavier. The tight ends do a lot better job blocking. I understand that there's a pileup here, but that's still a good block. And now the X-Man just gets physical, man. That's just a physical finish to find a way. Offense found a bit of an identity. You get an RPO right here. Get lucky that the slot corner was blitzing. So John pulls it. Boom. Okay, we just need a decent block right here to give Burks some room. Obviously, that can always be better, but still really, really, really good stuff to get this drive really into high gear. I think on this 3rd and 7, it was a QB draw all the way. It's a good call. Your other long third conversion was a QB scramble. And in this case, the QB scramble, you're thinking that it's going to be a positive yardage play and you're going to stay in field goal range. Well, it's not. They run a cross dog up the middle. That creates traffic. And, well, Mateer really doesn't have anywhere to go. Lucky enough, your field goal kicker has a Lionel Messi level leg, and he's able to kick the field goal. Yeah, man. I mean, Sategna was just the freaking man in this game, okay? Not the gaudiest numbers, but he's the go-to guy now in this offense, okay? What a throw, what a catch. I can't believe I'm about to be sympathetic to this touchdown right here, but I am, okay? This is a read right here. All right, I understand you want to run the football. They've burned their timeouts, but it's 4:26, right? And you have a 9-point lead. Make this read, okay? Good stuff. 84 is just getting absolutely abused. Okay, his name slips my mind right now. Oklahoma fans, please, help me out on that. But this is pass interference. Look, he's holding him from behind. I mean, they let it go, in particular when you're on the road, and now it's an INT going the other way. Now, one thing Oklahoma did a better job of after the INTs, once again, that's very, situation driven, is you just got to eventually make the tackle. Turn the INT into just a gain of 10 after the pick. That's a good finish right there by 24. So now we get into an absolutely massive, massive missed call in this game. Okay? I hate the people that scream holding on every play, but I am going to scream holding on number 86, Carson Kent. All right? The reason why I'm a stickler about this hold in particular is that the hold happened because of bad offense. And the bad offense happened because the Tennessee crowd was going crazy. So you could see Kent is still in a stance. And by him being in a stance, this forces Helms to also be in a stance. And Kent has the toughest block to execute. He's got to make a down block here on 13 to the backside of this play. Okay? So he's late getting off the football. You guys can clearly see that. And boom. Okay? Right arm is clearly hooked around 13, and his helmet is basically on his booty pad. All right? So now 13 can't go back in here and chase this down from the backside. Now, is he making this tackle from the backside? There is a lot of penetration, which may have cut him off if he's able to get around and make this play. So maybe he's not doing this. Obviously, John Mateer is a reason why this touchdown happened, along with the hold. Mateer has so much gravity in the pull game that he takes both the backer and the corner. Okay, so that leaves nobody here. The blocks to the play side are actually really good. Good job by 54. Let's just seal this guy. And now the X-Man is able to score. He could have walked all the way to Hutchinson if he wanted to. But the truth here is Oklahoma was very fortunate to win this game. I think you guys can clearly see with this offense that this is a very flawed team. But Venables, he's always done this as a head coach. He is going to win a game that you don't expect him to win. It kind of felt like that versus Auburn last year, and he was able to get it done versus Tennessee. It was very sloppy, and bang, you could see the defensive breakdown of the Sooners right here. And we'll talk to you soon. It is Power Hour SEC. Boom! Tonight we are doing chicken.